I have this recurring dream where I wake up and while I was sleeping, a tiny, totally silent robot just well, it just fixed my house.
Oh, sign me up for that.
Right, like it patched a slow leak in the roof, tightened the loose screws on the kitchen cabinets, repainted the scuffed baseboards, just pure effortless maintenance while I was totally oblivious.
I mean, anyone who owns a home would pay top dollar for a robot like that.
Exactly. Well, we don't have it for drywall quite yet, but for software. That robot is officially here. So in this deep dive, we're looking at a wildly optimistic experiment by Anthropic engineer Boris Cherny.
Yeah, the creator of Claude Code.
Right, he created Claude Code, and recently he just handed over the daily maintenance of their apps entirely to Claude AI.
And the setup he used is just fascinating. He didn't just write a basic script. He set up a dedicated Slack channel. I think it's called Proj Claude Maintains Apps.
Yeah, that's the one.
And in there, the AI just runs daily routines across everything. We're talking iOS, Android, web, the command line interface, and even the Agent SDK, which is basically the toolkit developers use to build the AI itself.
Wait, I'm stuck on how this is actually different from, the automated scripts we had for a decade. Like, my computer runs background virus scans every night. Isn't this just a fancy version of that?
That is the crucial distinction here. A virus scanner just follows a rigid set of pre-written rules. What Claude is doing involves active reasoning. Take the crash fuzzer routine, for example.
The crashed fuzzer.
Yeah, so the AI opens a simulator and acts like an unpredictable user. It aggressively taps around to find ways to crash the app, but when it breaks, it doesn't just log an error. It actually diagnoses the root cause and writes the code to fix it.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that requires real context, not just checking boxes.
Exactly. Or look at how it handles the abstraction police routine.
Abstraction police, I love these names.
Right. It scans the architecture for leaky abstractions, which is just developer jargon for when a system forces you to understand its messy internal workings just to use it. The AI figures out how to redesign that code so it's clean and intuitive again.
Okay, let me make sure I understand the mechanics here, because my absolute favorite example from his notes is the dead code remover.
Oh, that one is brilliant.
It really is. It finds code it suspects is obsolete, but instead of just deleting it and risking a catastrophic failure, it adds a logging tracker to that specific piece of code. It's like a biologist putting a tracking collar on a rare animal.
Yeah, leaving the code there, setting up a sensor, and waiting a full day.
Right. If the sensor doesn't ping, it confirms the code is dead and safely removes it, like a self-healing skyscraper automatically repairing its own foundation.
That tracking analogy is perfect. I mean, it's moving from reactive problem solving to proactive, continuous improvement. And actually, that's a great example of what our sponsor, Embersilk, focuses on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by Embersilk. If you need help with AI training or automation or integration or just general software development, they are amazing. Uncovering where agents could make the most impact for your business or personal life, they do exactly that. You can check out embersilk.com for your AI needs.
Definitely check them out. And the impact in Boris's experiment is just undeniable. In just a few weeks, these AI routines opened 388 pull requests.
Which are basically proposed batches of code changes for anyone unfamiliar.
Right. And 180 of those were successfully merged into the live product after human and AI review. But let's do the math there. 180 out of 388 means over 200 of these proposed changes were left hanging.
Yeah, a user named Tuong actually pointed this out in the source thread.
Exactly. So is this AI just flooding the engineers with a ton of useless noise?
It's a very fair concern, but Boris clarified that the remaining PRs just haven't been reviewed yet. He noted that only about 1 in 50 is actually noise or a hallucination.
Oh, wow. That is an incredibly low error rate.
It really is. And the elegant part is the learning loop. When Claude does miss the mark, they don't scrap the routine. They just ask Claude to tweak its own instructions so it performs better the next day.
So the mechanic is learning how to use its tools better every single night. By the way, for anyone listening who wants to experiment with this, you can check out Claude.ai code routines to build your own.
It paints such a bright picture for human innovation. We are looking at a near future where developers are entirely freed from the tedious maintenance grind.
Completely freed up.
Right, allowing us to focus entirely on building brilliant, world-changing solutions.
Which brings up a wild thought for you to chew on. If AI becomes perfectly capable of maintaining and fixing software in the background, how long until AI is the one writing the foundational code base from scratch, and human engineers become the digital mechanics whose only job is to occasionally check its work?
It completely flips the dynamic, but in the most empowering way possible. It's a deeply optimistic era of creativity.
It truly is. Well, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.